today's video, I want to talk about my water storage project. This is an ongoing project, and it's just something I've been working on gradually over the last year. And I want to share with you where I got my water storage products, what did I purchase, why did I get it, how much did it cost, all that stuff. Hopefully so that it will benefit you in your purchases and your water storage project as well. So today we're in my workshop. You see in front of us there are three big brown cardboard boxes. Those boxes contain 55-gallon blue water drum barrels that I purchased for this particular project, along with some bleach, a water hose, and some other parts which we're going to go over shortly. The first thing I want to go over is where did I purchase these water drums, water barrels. There's a lot of places you can get them on the internet. They range anywhere from 50 to 80 bucks depending on where you buy them. You can also get them in reconditioned format. I would caution you against buying reconditioned because, number one, you don't know what was in the barrel before, how well it was cleaned, who cleaned it. Those are things you're not going to really know. You can save a little bit of money, but I would suggest that you buy them new if you can afford to. These three barrels were purchased from samsclub.com. I'm a member of Sam's Club. It's a $35 per year membership. And I looked all over the internet for the best deal, and this was the best deal I could find. These barrels were $68.88 each. They came as a kit, so they have a siphon hose, a bung wrench, and the Aquamira water treatment drops all come in the kit, and that also included free shipping, which was a huge plus because in a lot of cases you find these barrels for sale for, maybe cheaper than $68. Maybe they're $59, but then you have to pay 50 bucks to have it shipped to you. So it doesn't work out to be such a great deal. But so for roughly around $200, which I had to pay tax, but I got three of these barrels for around 200 bucks, and you get a kit with each barrel kit, which we're going to go over. So I want to go ahead and open up one of these boxes and show you the contents of what's inside the box. Alright, you can see there on the very top there, here's your barrel. It has two caps here, two plugs. It comes with a bung wrench in here somewhere to open these up. So I'll go ahead and take this out and show you what else comes in the box. Okay, so here's the contents of the water storage kit. You get a siphon hose. This thing's about 6 feet long. You also get a bung wrench. And the way this thing works is it has a couple of notches on the back that you just fit into the plug here, and then you just turn, and it takes the plug out for you. You also get a sticker from Aquamira that says treated on and used by. So you could stick this on your barrel, and then you would have a expiration date of when you need to change this out. That's kind of nice so that you don't have to actually write on your barrel. And then you get the water treatment drops, and these come as part A and part B, and there's of course instructions on the back for what the mixture is and when to fill it and so forth. Here's a couple of extra things, not the knife, but that I purchased that I thought would be helpful for filling these up. One is that you don't get a hose, you get a siphon hose that you can siphon water out. You don't get a pump or anything like that. But one of the things I purchased in addition to, I got this at Walmart, it was about 6 bucks. It's a drinking water safe hose. And what makes it drinking water safe is the fact that it's lead free. You can see right here, lead free. A lot of water hoses have lead materials in them, and it wouldn't really be conducive to filling up a barrel of water that you're going to drink with a hose that has lead material in it. So you can pick these up in the RV, camping, boating area of Walmart, or back in the back in the garden area at Lowe's or any place like that. And they're not very expensive. They're under 10 bucks. This is a 25-foot one, but you can get smaller ones. Another item that I purchased was this is also a lead-free faucet adapter. So you just unscrew the I guess the cap or whatever from your faucet and screw this in place of it, and then you can hook your water hose to your water faucet, and if you have filtered water on your faucet or whatever, then you can fill up your 55-gallon drum barrel with good clean water. This is another item that I purchased. You can see this was purchased on the 12th of February of 11. It's good for about 1 year. So I have a gallon of bleach here, and I put the date on it, so about a year from now I'll just recycle this stuff out and use it in the house and go buy another bottle. And it really, I think I paid about $1.50 for this gallon, so it's a pretty cheap investment, but certainly a good one. Here at the bottom you see I have some 6-gallon water containers. These are made by Ozark Trail. They're called Reliance 6-gallon containers. They were like $9 in Walmart. So certainly I'm not an advocate of big box retail, but you can get some cheap stuff if you're on a budget for your projects. You would probably want to have several of these around, because you're going to need a way to get your water from your barrel. I keep mine in my basement, in my storage area out here in my shop, from there to inside your home. So you're not going to come down and just fill up, a cup of water every time you want some. So it's a good idea to have some smaller containers so that you can come down and fill it up and then take it upstairs or wherever you're going to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. My plan for today is to fill up one of these barrels, and so you're going to go with me on this journey, and I'm going to fill one of these up and kind of show you how I go about doing that, how long it takes, etc. Alright, so I'm here at the sink, and I want to go ahead and unscrew this cap off the bottom. Okay, this just comes off. It's kind of cold in here, so I got gloves on, but it's still winter time. Alright, so I pop open this particular faucet adapter, and it just screws on. So the faucet adapter is now screwed on the bottom of the faucet there. And then we're going to screw the drinking water safe hose onto this faucet adapter. And it goes right on there. It's pretty snug. Okay, so here's our hose. I ended up getting the 25-foot hose. It was only like $8. You can get much shorter ones for less money, but and this, of course, is as you can see here, it's not a really far stretch from the faucet to my particular barrel, but at some point I may want to put some on the other side of my shop, or you may not have a faucet in your basement and need to run your hose out the window or whatever. So you can get larger sizes of these. I think you can get up to 50 foot or maybe 75. But this is this particular hose is Apex brand, drinking water safe. So maybe you could check on Apex's website to see what links and particular features they have with their different hoses. Okay, the next part of this process that's important is the water treatment. There's a specific set of instructions that go with Part A and Part B, and how you go over those. So we're going to go over those now, and as we're filling up this drum, so you can see how that process works. Alright, directions for use. Step 1. Prior to treatment, clean water storage container and lid. We assume that's already done since this is a brand new container, so we're not really going to do that. Number 2 of the instructions say place equal parts of Aquamira water treatment Part A and Part B in a clean cup. Okay, so this is our container. It's not a cup, it's a mason jar, but that'll work. Okay, so when you take the lid off these, you can see there's a aluminum cover on there, protectant. you should make sure that that is on there when you open up your water treatment solution. So we just dump that. Just dump that in there. Okay, that was part B. Okay, and here's part A. And it says to let that react for 5 minutes before using. See you in 5 minutes. Okay, so on the instructions here it says fill the container after you wait 5 minutes. Fill the container with the appropriate volume of water and add the contents of the cup. However, if you go to aquamera.com and you read on their website, they kind of suggest that you fill up about a quarter of this and then you dump a little bit in, and you fill up a half and you dump a little bit in, because in this case it says step 5 says shake or stir the container and let it stand for 15 more minutes, and then your water will be ready to use. However, this being a 55-gallon drum, it's going to be difficult for me to put anything in there to stir it or shake it, because it probably is going to weigh a lot. So I'm going to dump this in as we go, as it's filling up. You can see both of those were clear, but now they're kind of turning a little bit yellow there. So they're reacting to one another, and that will ensure full activation. So I'm going to go ahead and put the hose down in here and turn the water on, and I'll come back when this gets a little bit more full. And I'm also going to time this to see how long it takes, so you'll have an idea of how long it's going to take you to fill this up. One thing that I am going to do that is probably not really necessary, but just for the sake of doing it, is to start the water and let it run through the hose a little bit here, so that if there's any debris in the water or the hose, it'll get flushed out. Okay, and now the hose goes down in the barrel, and turn the water on here. And I'm going to go ahead and set the timer. And it might be a little difficult for you to see this, but there are markings on the side of the barrel all the way down to 0. So here's 55, 50, 45, 40, and so on. So that way you have sort of a measurement along the side of your barrel as to how many gallons you have filled or how many you have left. If you look down in the hole, if you have some light on in here, and you look down in here and sort of run your finger along the side, you can see your finger from the inside of the barrel, and you can also see the water level. So if you put your finger to about where the water level is, you can look out and say, okay, I've got this many gallons filled. Or, you know, if you're using your water, you can measure and say, this is how many I have left, or in the last week I've used X amount, and so on. So here we are about 9 minutes in, and we have about 20 gallons of water in here in about 9 minutes. So at this point I'm going to just dump in a little bit of this activator, just so it can kind of mix itself up as it's filling up. Okay, here we are at 17 minutes 24 seconds, and there's about 45 gallons of water in here so far. So I'm going to dump in a little more of this chemical treatment, water treatment. Alright, so here we are. You can see that the water here is full. So I got a little bit too full. Actually, I let it go over a little bit. It took 24 minutes to fill this up, 55 gallons. So didn't take a lot of time to fill this up. I also dumped in the remainder of the water treatment when it was about 50 gallons. So all that's left to do now really is to put the bung lid on here and tighten that up. Here's a couple other suggestions. One is that I recommend you let this hose dry out. After it dries out, take a piece of paper towel and maybe some electrical tape and tape the ends up. I don't know, I'm gonna plan on leaving this thing in my workshop, so I don't want any bugs crawling in there or any dirt or debris getting in there, because this is my drinking water safe hose, and so it would really behoove you to maybe stick a piece of some kind of material over the end and tape it off so that nothing gets in, no debris or anything gets in your drinking water safe hose. One other question that I know you're probably going to ask is, how am I going to get the water out when I want to use it? Well, each of these kits comes with a siphon hose that's 6 feet long. It will easily fit down in the bottom, and then you can suck on this until water starts to flow and then dump it in your container. If you don't want to do that, another option is a while back, as another part of my water project, was I reviewed the water bob, and I'll annotate a link to that in this video. And the water bob comes with a self-siphoning pump. So it's basically the same thing as this hose, but it has a pump on it that you can squeeze, and then water will start to flow. You can also use that if you end up getting a couple water bobs for your home. Then you can use them interchangeably with that and this. Or that if you don't want to do that, you can make your own. You can use this. You could go in any hardware store and buy one of those pumps, which are really built for gasoline, but most of them are drinking water safe, as long as you check the packaging and make sure it wasn't petroleum based or whatever. And the last thing I'll do today is put on here when it was treated, when I filled this up, which would be today's date. Okay, so here we are. I wanted to show you a couple items online. We're on the Aquamira Technologies Incorporated website. This is the products that come with the 55-gallon drum kit, which is Part A and Part B. There's some information on the website here that's not included on the packaging that it comes in when you receive your 55-gallon water storage kit. There's 3 tabs here. One says description. That just tells you kind of what Part A and Part B are made out of and so forth. Then there's the technology tab, and on the technology tab it talks about how water treatment has how it's been derived and what the progress has been over the last 50 years, etc. Then down at the bottom it says, when used according to instructions and kept in a sealed container, treated water needs no further treatment for 5 years. Okay, now I want to show you the Sam's Club website where I purchased these water kits. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. I know it's kind of small and out of focus there, but here are the drum kits. It shows the hose, the bung wrench, and the water treatment in the picture there. You can go on samsclub.com and type in emergency water in the search box, and this is the first thing that comes up. It's showing it here for $68.88. One of the things I wanted to point out that was kind of misrepresented on their website here, and I know you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to read it for you and you can go read for yourself. In the description it talks about what parts come with the kit and so forth, and one of the items says the Aquamira liquid water treatment drops are ideal for large water treatment, and then in parentheses it says treats up to 30 gallons. So when I saw that, I thought, wow, it only treats up to 30 gallons. This is a 55-gallon drum. I'm going to have to go out and purchase another kit of water treatment drops, for $12 or $14. So this being, 68 bucks now turns into $80. However, when it came in the mail and I was reading on the package of the Aquamira water treatment drops says it will treat up to 60 gallons. So I think this is just a misprint on their website. I just wanted you guys to know that so you wouldn't think to yourself, wow, I have to go out and buy some more water drops. That's not really the case. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is the package that the Aquamira water treatment drops came in, and you can see here it says treats up to 60 gallons of water. So that's obviously a misprint on their website. Thanks for watching Smart Survival. Have a great day.